27 Quidditch teams from across the country converged last Saturday in San Marcos for the first ever Consolation Cup.
There are teams from 9 different states, and all of the USQ regions are represented with the exception of Northwest.
Every year, 60 Quidditch teams qualify to compete for a national title, and after teams are eliminated from the main competition, they can still play another round in what's called the Consolation Cup.
I think that this is a really great way of getting the people that just missed their shot at South Carolina a really good chance to still go to a national tournament. We were very, very honored to be invited here specifically. This is our first national tournament. This is the first time that we've ever been this far out of state.
This is the first year such an event has been held, and Texas State is lucky enough to be the first to host it. Also competing in the tournament is Texas State's own B team, the San Marcos Sharknadoes.
Specifically, I think that Texas State is an incredible school for hosting tournaments. You guys always do a really great job of doing that sort of thing. I've never heard a negative thing about you guys.
The teams competing believe that this type of Division II tournament is good for the sport and should continue.
When I first started playing, we had Division II in the sport, and they did away with that 2-ish years ago, and that doesn't help teams grow at all. So my team is very much a Division II kind of team. We play pretty well in the West, but we're not in that top tier.
For more information on the Texas State Quidditch program, you can visit their Facebook page at Texas State Quidditch and follow them as they compete for the national title April 16th through 17th in Columbia, South Carolina. For Bobcat Update, I'm Hasmin Carranza.
Here on Old Ranch Road, the City of San Marcos Engineering Capital Improvements Department will be making plans to implement changes to ensure the safety of bikers and pedestrians.
As San Marcos grows, transportation issues become a greater problem. The city has to improve its streets and traffic flow while at the same time accommodate pedestrians and bikers. One improvement in the works is expanding Old Ranch Road 12 from Craddock to Holland to improve bike lanes and sidewalks.
Students need sidewalks because the retreat is on Ranch Road 12 in this very same area. And they are crossing the road. They need road crossings with lights, because you can't cross the road right now. It's dangerous.
The city has held several meetings to get the residents' input on what types of changes should be made to improve the roads and make them more accessible. Many students who live on Old Ranch Road 12 say they don't feel safe while walking along the road.
See, the other day, actually, a guy almost got hit by a van going around the bus. It's kind of a blind spot to go around. They don't have like little stop sign that comes out like school buses, so that dangerous there. I actually saw a guy the other day almost get hit by a van.
Officials say all forms of transportation must be considered when infrastructure upgrades are made.
That's why we have that complete streets ordinance that we passed, so that all streets have to accommodate as many modes of transportation as possible, not just cars.
The plans for Old Ranch Road 12 include creating 3 traffic lanes, 2 bike lanes, and 2 sidewalks. The city will also install a traffic signal at Franklin Street and make changes to the signal at Holland.
The bulldozers will get out there and start fixing the road and putting in the sidewalks and the bike lanes. We want San Marcos to be the most bicycle and pedestrian friendly city in the state of Texas. We believe we can do that.
The project is still in the planning stages. City officials say construction will likely begin in 2018. For Bobcat Update, I'm Amber Craddiff.
Along Capes Dam, you'll find the Olympic Outdoor Center, a local kayaking school owned by Ben Quanley. The center is not only his business, but also the place he calls home. Quanley says he sometimes goes paddleboarding just to put his little girl to sleep.
I mean, like I was telling you earlier, this is one of the most beautiful places in Texas. You know, after you get past this island, the water gets cloudy and murky from discharge from the fish hatchery and from the wastewater treatment plant. But up here, it's pristine, it's perfect.
Quanley formed a group called Save Thompson's Island with hopes of reversing the City Council's decision. But the city's Parks and Recreation Advisory Board has recommended removing the dam.
I really feel like I'm just collateral damage, you know. I feel like this is a battle between the retirees and the college students, and I just happen to be here, and you know, so they don't think about my little business.
Quanley is against tearing down the structure because he believes rebuilding the dam will enhance the value of the river. As you can see, local businessman and resident Ben Quanley finds great need to preserve the Capes Dam. If you want to be a part of the cause, stop by his office on 602 North Interstate 35 to sign a petition. For Bobcat Update, I am Simone Suarez. Students and faculty on campus feel that minorities should come together as one voice in order to get their cultures more recognized.
I know we're 10%, but it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like a tight-knit community.
The Black Student Alliance is trying to increase awareness on campus about Black history, not only among African Americans, but all ethnic groups.
I'm a part of Black Student Alliance, so I know a lot of the events going on, but I know for the average Black student, there's not much awareness.
African American history professor Dr. Dwight Watson says minorities on campus need to be heard.
We should question tactics, and we should be raising serious questions about the treatment of African Americans, not just at Texas State in February, but in general.
Senior Ian Ramos recently stood in the middle of the quad reciting Dr. Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech.
The right of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
I think that I Have a Dream speech is a better example of our collective understandings and diversity.
Dr. King's speech in 1963 had a great impact. It provided an ideal to aim for, an ideal that has yet to be achieved. For Bobcat Update, I am Simone Suarez.